What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nitro Gaming. This is not a drill. They're back. The trio, Gervinho, Doumbia, and Ibarbo, which you guys remember from back in the day of FIFA 15, they have been added to the database. Now, we knew that these card designs and these players had been added a little while ago, but officially coming to the database and dropping into the game is looking very, very likely. Now, we've already heard about Grassroots Greats, which is this card design you see with the purple and pink right here. Pretty cool card design. Kind of looks like footies, but coming earlier. But it's cards that we've seen in FIFA and in FC in the past that were iconic in the game, like these front three from FIFA 15. That is absolutely awesome. I am so excited for it. And if this is the promo that drops right after Future Stars, there are some investments that we have today that we have to get in on before they get hyped up very heavily as we get closer and closer to Grassroots Greats coming out and as Future Stars moves on. But as always, we're going to start today's video off with a couple of saved packs. It's kind of become a routine at this point. I've got some packs from objectives or from FUT Champ rewards pretty much every day at this point, and I'm just going to go ahead and rip them right at the beginning of each video. Today we've got a few packs, so I'm not going to open all of them all at the same time, but if we end up packing something really cool, I will include it in the video. But we are going to open this Future Stars Guarantee pack, and as always, drop a like on the video and we'll get Lamine Yamal. Drop a like. You have like another half second. Is it going to be Spanish? It's not Lamine Yamal. Who is the Swede? I actually have no idea who this is. Premier League, at least. Tottenham Hotspur, Kulichevsky. It's not Kulichevsky, it's Bergvall. Kulichevsky would be, I guess, a little bit old for this promo. Bergvall, I mean, that actually looks maybe usable. You boost his shooting a little bit. He could be a nice attacking midfielder. I don't know. We'll see. Do you need coins in FC 25 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable, and the safest platform on the internet. Big creators use it. It has the best reviews. And if you use my code NITRO, you're going to get an extra 8% at checkout. You can even get specific players you want to add to your Ultimate Team straight from U7Buy. And if it's your first time, you'll get a newcomer bonus added to what you get. Link down below. Let's kick off this video straight onto the market. I'm picking up a couple of these Indica cards, the center back from Cote d'Ivoire and from Roma and the Serie A. So this gets a very, very good link to those Gervinho and the Doumbia cards. Of course, Ibarbo will also be Serie A based, but given the fact that Indica is a usable center back, genuinely usable with that 87 pace, 87 defense, 87 physicality, I will say he doesn't have the most, useful of the playstyle pluses being slide tackle plus. Not saying it's useless either, but he does have good defending playstyles that aren't playstyle pluses. 6'4", pacey, defensive, physical, good enough to where people might want to link those cards that we've obviously seen from Roma and Cote d'Ivoire. Obviously, Ibarbo is Colombian. But what we're seeing on this design and what's probably more likely is that these cards might end up getting treated like hero cards. Now, if that is the case for these cards and they have hero chemistry, well, one thing we know about heroes is that you don't need any cards that link to it to get full chemistry. Take a look at the Cordoba. No other players in his team here. He already has full chemistry. So if they do that for Grassroots Greats, which is guaranteed to come to the game, EA Sports have already basically told us with this objective reward. And of course, we have already gotten it confirmed by several different leakers over on Twitter. Even FUT Sheriff tweeted it out about a week ago. That's not the correct card design, but it is going to come as Grassroots Greats. We haven't had any other leaks for any other promos yet. So it would make me believe that it's going to come out on February 14th, which is not this Friday, but next Friday. So that's something to keep in mind for investments. I'm not saying that this card is a no-brainer investment, that it's a 100% guaranteed rise, but what I am saying is that there is a lot of upside to a card that gets the perfect links to what could be the most nostalgic promo ever. Now let's talk about FUT Future Stars, because there's a few cards in this team that I think are going to be great pickups on Thursday morning, but on top of that, they're also teaching us how we can maybe do some midweek flips with promo cards that we didn't think we were going to be able to do anymore after EA Sports updated the Champs rewards times. You can play FUT Champs all the way till Tuesday morning now. At 8 a.m. UK is the cutoff, and that's when people open their packs for the last time over the weekend, and FUT Champs supply is always so high. So we used to be able to buy these cards on Sunday night and then sell them on Tuesday night and make profit every single time. You can't really do that anymore because they're continued to get supplied throughout Monday night, Tuesday morning even. But take a look at these cards, especially the ones from the mini release like Bergvall, who's 44K, and we packed him earlier. This is a card that over the course of the last few hours has gone from 32,000 coins all the way up to 44K. And there is a big correlation to when the FUT Champs ended and when he started rising in price, because it's basically the exact same time. This card started going up in price right when FUT Champs ended, and he's still going up right now. I don't think that'll continue. I do think he comes back down. Maybe not too much today, but by division rival rewards on Thursday morning, he'll come back down. On top of that, we did pack him earlier today. You can actually boost his shooting with Sharpshooter right now because he fits that evolution. And this Sharpshooter evolution is out for another 7 days, which means that this is going to be out until next Tuesday. He goes out of packs on Friday. So there's a nice time between Friday and Tuesday where this card could rise pretty well if people are throwing that into the Sharpshooter evolution. I don't know how many people are doing that, though, because he can't play center attacking mid. So that's the only downside to that. Maybe they're throwing him into more defensive evolutions. Rigid Backbone, of course, is one of them, which does cost 55,000 coins, but I think this is definitely a more popular SB or evolution for Bergvall because it instead boosts his defense all the way from 72 to 88. His physicality also goes up by 3. That's a pretty big boost right there. And this one is going to be out only for another 4 days. So that's going to go away on, I believe, Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Saturday. It's Tuesday now, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know the exact day. It's either Friday or Saturday. The math, I wish they would have told me like exactly the hour. Then I could do the math. I'm not sure if they're rounding up or rounding down. Either way, this Bergvall could be a good investment once he comes back down in price. And I think there's a couple other future stars cards that you guys got to keep your eyes on. One of them is Connor Bradley, 22,000 coins right now for a right back in the Premier League that has 93 pace, 84 defense, 85 physicality. Take a look at that Diogo Dalot, guys. Diogo Dalot was an investment that we made earlier this year after he went back in packs for best of, but both times that he was in packs, take a look at this rise after he was in best of. So he was 18,000 coins. That's when we invested in this card, and he rose all the way up to 70,000 coins over time. We sold him actually way too early. I bought him there, and then I think I sold him like in between Thursday and Sunday for like 30K. So I took him from 18K to 30K. I was like pretty happy with that. He ended up going all the way to 70,000 coins by the end of things. But right backs in the Premier League are obviously in demand, and they do very well out of packs historically. So Connor Bradley, he doesn't, get the greatest nation links with Northern Ireland, but still a very good investment in my opinion. Relentless, not a bad play style for a right back either. Especially with that pace, you can get him up and back all game without him running out of stamina. Then there's also João Gomez. He's got 2 playstyle pluses, guys, and that's super cheap for 2 playstyle pluses in my opinion. Bruiser's also a very good one. Honestly, both of them, Bruiser and Intercept, are very, very good playstyle pluses. You would really throw those on fullbacks, but I think for a defensive mid, that'll work as well. He's part of the Gullit gang, which isn't as special as it used to be, but I will point that out. All stats 80 plus and above. Now, 88 rateds haven't been used in too many of the evolutions yet. You can't really use them in too many evolutions, especially the ones that boost their stats a lot. We haven't seen that for 88 rateds. The question is, when is that going to come? Because before Team of the Year came out, we started to see the 87s, and during Team of the Year, we've seen 87s, and we continue to see a max 87 overall requirement for evolutions. Once they start requiring 88s, you saw what happened to some of the 87 rated cards that were out of packs and in previous promos for a while skyrocketed. This could be a case for João Gomez. It'll be a long-term hold, but I do think there's a lot of upside in investing in him for a nice out-of-pack investment. pick these cards up again on Thursday morning. A couple other cards maybe that could do well. I mean, this Taylor looks good. It's just hard to link from the Eredivisie. But maybe some upside with that card. I really do like the ones that are cheaper. I like the ones that are in that range of 87 to 88 rated that are under 100,000 coins. I don't really like investing in Lamine Yamal. I don't like investing in Endrick. I don't like investing in Bino Gittins because I think these cards, even if they rise a little bit, it's not going to be too much more than 5%, maybe 10% out of packs. And then they're just going to go down. I just don't think that they're going to be good long-term investments. I think those cards you stay away from. Those really expensive ones are going to get outdated much, much quicker. And so I think stay away from the big ones. Focus more on the small ones, and I think you're going to make some coins that way. Let's talk about fodder prices now, guys, because fodder cards actually normally do really well in February because everybody has already spent all their fodder during Team of the Year, and so they don't have a ton left in the club normally. But this year, it's easier to get fodder than ever before, which is why we saw these cards so dead for so long up until really December when they started to wake up, because fodder just was not moving very much this year up until Team of the Year. But now that we've gotten Team of the Year, we've gotten those upgrade SBCs repeatable, and now we have an Mbappe Player of the Month. We saw cards like Rodri, who at the beginning of January was 20,000 coins, spiked all the way up to 91K on the last day of January. Isn't that hilarious? On the first day of January, you could have bought those cards for 20 to 24,000 coins, and on the last day of January, you could have sold it for nearly 5 times that amount. What an investment if you went in on Rodri's. I didn't, but big investment if you did. That was a huge, huge rise. And if you haven't sold those cards yet, well, February normally does pretty well for fodder cards. Now, if you have some of the high rateds like the 90s and 91s, I probably would sell those. I mean, they've spiked so much, you can't ask for too much more. You can even see some of the higher rateds like 94 rated cards. Burger went up in price so much after going out of packs, and this completely went against the trend of all of the other Team of the Years. Other Team of the Years spiked up a little bit after they went out of packs, and then they kind of came back down to what they were beforehand. This card on Friday, right as it's going out of packs, you see a little bit of a spike. Okay, people hyped up. You know, Team of the Year's going out. You got to get in on your investments. Mbappe SBC. Mbappe SBC took this card and doubled it in price. So of the Team of the Years, if you invested in Burger, GG, it wasn't because she was meta. It was because she's literally the cheapest 94 in the game, and it made it easier to do those 90 rated squads. Pretty incredible. But I would turn your head towards ratings like 85, who I think is still pretty good. I've shouted this one out before. 3.5K or lower, I don't think is bad for 85 rated cards. Again, February's been a good month for fodder in the past. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to be that way again, but if we take a look at what it was in past years, you look at Sauerbrunn, and you see that spike. I mean, that is in February. So let's go ahead and zoom in on that. You can see, of course, those cards didn't do too hot during Team of the Year because they were too low rated, and you don't really need 85s for anything. You didn't last year, you didn't this year. But take a look at this. As we get into February, the cards start going up in price. And so I do think that we might see something similar. I'm not saying that those cards are going to hit 12K again, but I do think that from 3.5 thousand coins, you could see those cards hit 5,000 coins, no problem. Like hitting 5K there is no problem. And you might say, okay, that's only 1.5 thousand coins profit. That's if you buy one of them. Okay, if you're going to go in on this investment, you want to buy 1,000 of them or whatever you can afford. All right, go all in and wait for those cards to go up because there's not much risk involved in it at all. There's a great time to buy those cards, which is during Division Rival Rewards. I mean, that is literally the cheapest point of the week almost every single week. So Thursday morning is maybe the buy time for that as well. Or if we get any supply at content time on Tuesday or Wednesday, that could also be a shout as well. 87s are up a little bit, so I would say 85s are still my favorite rating to go in on. And once you get up to the high rated cards, then it gets a little bit steep in terms of price. So 85s are still my favorite. 84s obviously have a very big upside, and we've seen that throughout the year, but they're still 1.9K. If they get down to like 1.4 or 1.5 thousand coins, then I would go in all in on the 84s as well. In 83s, even though they got off the ground a little bit during the Team of the Year repeatable 82 plus times 20, I just don't see them hopping back off the ground anytime soon. I think they're going to stay at 900 probably for a little while until we get another repeatable SBC. So that's my take on fodder cards right now. Let's take a look at an update on some investments we're making. Tonali from the current Team of the Week, 24,000 coins, up a little bit. He goes out of packs tomorrow, guys, and he's on his way up a little bit. There's still opportunity, I think, to get in on this investment. I think Tonali is the best Team of the Week that you should buy from Team of the Week 20. Take a look at Team of the Week 19. Doku, who was 30K yesterday, is up to 35,000 coins. Let me know in the comments if you invested in Doku yesterday. He's up 5K already. Hold that. He'll go higher. And then let's take a look at Team of the Week 18. We said Rolfo. She's up a little bit, up to 30K. She was 27 or 28K yesterday. Not as good as the Doku investment yet, but on the way up. And I do, again, think she goes extinct at 35,000 coins. Those Team of the Week investments are doing very, very well. And given the fact that we're only one day out from Tonali going out of packs, I think that's a good investment. You could even go in on cards like Gavardiol. That is a little bit more risky because he's closer to the cheapest price that Team of the Weeks are. Tonali is strictly not SBC fodder, where Gavardiol is SBC fodder at the current moment. So there is a little bit more risk with Gavardiol. That's why I like Tonali from this current Team of the Week. If you made it to the end of today's video, go ahead and comment Bergvall in the comments down below. He's going to be the secret word of the day because we packed him at the beginning. And make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for continually supporting my YouTube channel. Obviously, things aren't as active on the FC25 Ultimate Team universe as they were during Team of the Year. But we've got a lot of work to do because we wasted a lot of coins on upgrade packs. We wasted a lot of coins on store packs and wasted some coins on evolutions during Team of the Year. So we got to work our way back up. And that is what we're doing on Future Stars and on Grassroots Greats. And then before you know it, Team of the Season will be here. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.